Alright, today I'm just going to talk about a bunch of different things, kind of like what I usually do, but let's get to what I have in this particular video. I got mail a little on the early side. I was notified that I got one trading card in, and so I'll show that shortly. I've been putting stuff in pages from some pages I got at the bins the last trip. Nothing special. They're not even Ultra Pro pages, and I don't even think I have. Well, I have one of them here. These are some of the autographs I got, last week or whatever. So there's this right here. There's that page there. I know we're gonna have awful glare because the sun is coming through here. But so there's that one there. I probably got about 10 pages maybe, and put all those to good use here. And unfortunately, a lot of my binder pages are out of my binders, and my shelves are pretty much full, and I don't know where those binders are, and I take them out for sorting in YouTube videos, because if I grab a heavy binder like this one here, it's just so hard for me to wield this in front of the camera here. But I'll show you the ones I just put in here. These are, I think, the 1969 football quiz ones here. I already had one of those. Now I have a total of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like I have more, but those are from the page behind it. And there's 84 in the set, so I need, another 79 to finish that off. I'm not going to, but it would just be kind of fun to pursue that in some future endeavor, but probably it's going to be some sort of Bobby Moore, something that costs like $150. That's, it was some sort of mid-grade, already graded type card that I have to buy from somewhere. Anyway, the mail was kind of frustrating because I got an RTS payment that I was making for whatever reason, and then I got a reminder to pay a bill, which I've already sent in days ago. And, I sent it only like 3 or 4 days at the most after I got the bill. And second of all, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of a rude thing, because I'd already talked to him about that and whatever. So they just sent out this bill. I mean, people who send bills, they usually send them like weeks later, months later, not, practically the same week you got the bill. That's not very fair at all. It's a very expensive bill, and it didn't do anything for me, if that makes sense. I got one card in the mail today. Looks like it's a little, it might have been in the sun here, because, man, it's a warm day. It's supposed to be 98 today. I don't have the right clothes for somewhere I need to be tonight, so I'll try to stay as cool as I can with whatever I can find. And this is for, this is the second one of these I've gotten. This is a disc golf card, and I cannot remember the manufacturer of that, because I don't think it actually says on here. If I can read this here. It's the DGPT End of Season Awards. I think it says OTB, or either GTB, or I can't read that. Most Improved 2023 FPO. And there's not a date on the card here. MIPF is on what's the back. Smith. This is Smith. It's like very, it's hard to explain. Here's the back of the card. Very, very minimal on the back of the card, with absolutely almost nothing on there. Very unusual card here. But it does have kind of like and this is Allie Smith, I believe. And I got this via auction. You will not be able to see, but there's a light shimmer to the background of it. And then there's that one there. It's, again, I don't know, the light is just killing this card here. I don't usually have this problem here. Let's try this and see if that does anything. Let's just do this here and see if that works. I think this was $1 something auction, and plus shipping, and normally that goes for like $4 plus $1 or $2 for shipping, so it was okay to grab that one. I got outbid on the other card I kind of wanted, but no reason. I just picked a couple random cards. This is not for autograph requests, because it's dark green and black, and there's no way I can get this autographed here. Even if you used a silver Sharpie on the white Sharpie might be okay, but a silver Sharpie, a paint pen or whatever. But if I had somebody use a silver Sharpie on it, it would just obliterate, because half the card is silver. So there's that one there. Again, you have to be careful on purchasing those, because they could creep up on, unless you're buying a bulk buy from the one seller and get a shipping discount, they could creep up on you, and because nobody seems to have any lots, they're all separated as one card, one card, one card, one card, so it gets kind of expensive. But I just wanted to get a couple cards just to throw in my collection. That's not saying that I'm not going to buy more in the future. Then I picked up some stuff at a yard sale today. As I was coming back from the grocery, I doubled back after I put the stuff in and went to this yard sale. I spent a whole $2, and I don't know what all I got here. I'll show you the biggest thing here. This was in the free pile, and I was like, geez, what are you doing, dude? You getting some more I mean, what am I doing? Getting some more stuff that I don't know what to do with? And I have lots of it. But this is a future project here. This is a large frame. It's really high. Again, the glare is just going to be awful, and I don't know why I chose this time of day to film this here. It's this large frame here, and it's got kind of like this recessed area here for like a pen or chalk or something like that. And what I'm going to do, and I was told that these were used for calendars, some special calendars. And it's, you know, it's got who it was made for, what have you, all that fun stuff there. There were 2 of them, and I just grabbed one. I was like, gosh, what am I going to do with this? But then I realized, I said, I'm going to probably put like some sort of menu or some sort of like, you know, beer or wine list or something in this frame here. And I found a perfect spot in the kitchen where there's a clock and there's this really super ugly looking electrical cord that goes down the wall there, and I'll use this to cover it up. I've got a little bit of ding there to fill in there. The green is not exactly like my chairs. I won't be able to find maybe the exact green, but this will be a fun little project to put together. I mean, I guess I could throw a calendar in there too, but we'll see what I want to do with it. And it's got, you know, a slip area to where I could slip something down in there. So that's a practical thing, and it was only $3. $0. I did spend a couple of dollars, and as I always say, if you grab something from the free box, try to find something that's at least inexpensive. So the first things that I grabbed were these, and there was more in the free box, but I think I grabbed a little CD holder, and that's elsewhere. But I found the complete music of Scott Joplin here. There's that one, and then there's another one here. And I don't know if my nephew has these or he would even want these. So they're 2 different ones here. I don't even know what label these are on. Some sort of, it's I think it's a budget label or something like that. Who even, John Arpin does these here. So anyway, there are those. And then, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or not, or what I'm going to do with it. This is the Best of Joanne Castle. So that's another piano player there. Again, that was 50 cents each for those. And that was good to grab. You know, the sale might have started yesterday, and then it was like, you know, I wouldn't say it was 2 o'clock, but I know it was after lunchtime when I got to this sale, and everything looks like it's in good condition. Of course, Joanne Castle is famous for being on the Lawrence Welk Show, and I believe that's where that picture was actually taken. There's that one there. And then also for 50 cents, it's got M and S on it, so it was interesting. I'm not exactly sure why. 50 cents M, and then it's got 50 cents S on there. So there are those, and I think those are probably, I'll have to, you know, you never know. But I got the Big Bang Theory series first season, so that's always fun to have there. I didn't have any of the seasons of there. I didn't know, it's not like I wanted to go out and buy the Big Bang Theory, because it's, you know, there's always a channel that always has it on. Of course, you know, as soon as you know, you get all interested in it and then want to watch it again, it's like, where is it? Kind of highly inappropriate picture there for the back there, but anyway, weird. Anyway, so yes, the Big Bang Theory, it's pretty funny show. If you, there's a lot of people that are just kind of on the fence about this show. They haven't watched it, or they don't understand it. They say, why would I want to watch a show about nerds? But it's really not about nerds. I mean, it is about nerds, but it just, it's one of the funniest shows that I've ever watched. You know, lots of PG humor in there, so if you are 13, not really 13, there's no real curse words in there, but yeah, there's some kind of tricky situations that are kind of amusing there. So that is all I have to, that's all I have to say about that. And then, like I said, I had gone to the bins and had an excellent time there. Didn't find a whole lot of stuff because I got the baseball card pages and found some other little tidbits here. I'll show you just a couple other things I got here. And I can't remember because I made a video earlier and I kind of had to re-record here. I'm going to be careful here. Don't rip something here. Not a big deal if I did. And I got a few pamphlets here, and I'm saving these for. I have all these crazy future plans for displays and stuff like that. These are things that I had done, but I had to downsize and move stuff, and so we have some pamphlets. Here's Camping Light. So this would be for my outdoor sign collection here, and I have like I was going to put a little information booth / kiosk together with my signs here. Carl G. Washburn Campground. Now, I know these are technically free, but for me to drive to somewhere that has all these different brochures, I need to find the nearest, like park that would have a bunch of these different free pamphlets here. Vista House at Crown Point. If you've ever been that way on the gorge, I've never been there. There's Vista House. You could get knocked over by the wind. It's just the windiest place I've ever seen. Just type in Vista House at Crown Point on YouTube and you'll see like reporters practically getting knocked over by the ridiculous high winds there. And there's the Detroit Lake Campground that had some fire issues a while back ago, and lots of stuff burned up that area. So always like to grab some of these here. And again, they're not for people to take, they're just for my own particular display. Because one of these days, like some of the old 50s and 60s area brochures, one of these days people are going to be wanting the 90s and 2000s area, era displays for their particular thing. That maybe they want these because that's when they went camping. And there were lots of these all over the store, but unfortunately they start to add up and get pretty heavy after a while. So I just decided, just buy a few of them, because I don't want to necessarily, like I said, I could get theoretically into a point where I could find somewhere where there are a bunch of free ones, and I don't want to load up on ones that have to cost money. People are like, why are you buying stuff that was free? And again, free does not mean easy access. Like baseball cards that got on the back of the cereal box. Those used to be free at one point, but they're not free now. You know what I mean? You just can't go to any store and go to find a box of cereal with baseball cards on the back of it. I think the very last time I ever did that, they had some soccer cards on a box. It was like U.S. Goals or something like that. I don't remember what cereal it was, but then they had a few cards you could cut off there. I think there was also some Kellogg's Olympic cards, which I had saved back in the day. So that's pretty much it. There's a historic images sale this weekend here. Nobody's gonna care, but if you're looking for sports photographs, all their $20 photographs are down to $10 free shipping. So you might want to take a look in there. I bought 4 ABC After School Specials photographs. They're getting harder and harder to come by, but I did find one that had not been listed before on that particular website, at least as far as I know. And then they're still harder than heck to search, and I'm feeling like I want to spend 10 or more dollars on the ones from the 90s or the late 80s. I will pay the $10 for like the 70s ones, so I got 4 1970s era ones. I don't know exactly how many more 70s era ones I have, but we'll just take a quick look at my list here. I'm going to go to page number 1, and so I guess if you count 1980, so it goes up to 7980 for the photographs here. And there's a total of 54, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm going to be having 18 out of 54. And so what does that leave? It leaves something like 30-odd photographs or something like that. 32 maybe. My math is wrong, but there's my kind of list right there. You've seen this several times here. And then I also spent some time putting some of these newsprint things in here. Unfortunately, I don't have enough pages to do this. And for me to get this done, I'm going to have to make a second binder to this. This one's, I don't have very many photographs already, and this is already dang near full. So I'm going to have to do yet another binder, and I don't know how I'm going to make some space and binder space, because I've got more stuff kind of in storage that has to come in one of these or multiple rooms here, and I need to make room for that, or just make a blind trip to Goodwill, getting rid of all kinds of collectibles, baseball bats, old antique gloves, other interesting stuff. If I just said goodbye to all that stuff, it would be thousands of dollars of stuff, and I probably wouldn't miss half of it, and that is not the point. The last thing I want to do is say, just call it a failure and send it off to the loss department. That would not be good. And everyone says, well, why don't you have a garage sale? A, that's not easy, and B, I'm all by myself. So I don't have anybody to, help me out on that particular front. And the last thing you want to do is have people traipsing around on your property, digging through stuff and saying, do you have any more? Do you have any video games? Where's the Pokemon cards? I thought they were, it's just, it's not really great. And then find out that you've only sold like 12 things over the weekend and wasted the whole day by making $8. I'm sure it could be more than that, but still. So that's pretty much everything I have watching the golf today. And then I guess the FedEx tournament finishes off tomorrow. I guess Paralympics are on. I kind of missed the boat because they were partially on yesterday, but everything I have through my feed is all like finished and recorded stuff. You know, there was no live, which I thought there was going to be, so I don't know. You have to go to Peacock or something and sign up for $5 a month to get, you know, some of that. And then of course, you know, when you get Peacock, you only get like the first tier of it or something. None of these online subscriptions for me ever again. I mean, it's not good. You don't want to do that, because every $5, you know, every time you got a bill subscription or whatever, it just keeps on going and you got more and more of it. I have a couple bills that I'm going to have to cancel. Everybody has bills that they're paying that they probably shouldn't be doing. And if you think of it this way, the photographs that I got over the weekend, you know, for my after-school special project, and if you amortize that bill for a monthly bill for that particular one, you know, then I could, you know, times that by, you know, 10 or whatever like that, and I'd have a lot more, you know, a lot more photographs that, you know, so I could get 40 photographs instead of 4, and so on and so forth, you know. So, you know, just these dinky little bills monthly, you know, whether it's, you know, $10 or $30 or Star Tiger or whatever, it really kind of adds up on you. And then you're like, geez, I see this right now, I want this, but I'm being cheap today, I don't want to spend $5 or $50 or whatever. And then lastly, I'll be going off to a store maybe for some storage solutions, and I do have a gift card that I just happened to come across, and it's like $80, you know. That's always found money when you find an $80 gift card. So that's going to be a fun little deal. I don't think I'm going to film that trip there, but it would be kind of interesting to see what I come up with for my $80, because, you know, you start buying some plastic totes, and I'm finding out the ones that I sort of already have are $16 or $17 each, and they're just like, hey, I just bought 5 totes for you know, $80. Like, geez, what a ridiculous, you know, because somebody would look at that same tote and probably ignore it at a garage sale for $2 a piece, you know, even if they're practically mint. So that's just about all I have there. I think I'm tired of recording videos for the weekend, and thank you for watching.